exploiting some artists' voices without compensation. There was a Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Daddy Yankee song. There's a AI-generated Jay-Z song, Frank Sinatra voice over Lil Jon, lyrics. There's several. Sometimes AI and generative AI will conjure images, Terminator or Skynet, and scary thoughts. And while it is a new technology, with any new technology, we need to monitor it and make sure we understand it and are protecting our clients and our artists. This is just a new advancement in technology in the music industry. I mean, the music industry is constantly seeing technological innovations, starting with records to 8-tracks, cassettes, CDs, streaming and auto-tune. There are always technological advancements in our industry. And so AI and generative AI are just a next evolution. And also, I think it's important to notice, with AI, we've already seen that in our industry. I think everybody can recognize, streaming platforms who develop algorithms to suggest to people songs, based on their listening habits. Personally, it's been helpful for me. I know, most people seem to like that feature. And so it's just important to note that, we already are seeing AI in the music space. So, that's AI. But then when we discuss generative AI, it's slightly different. While AI focuses on detecting patterns, generative AI is really more of a subset that focuses on producing new content. So what do I mean by new content? Well, first of all, voice usage or, vocal deepfakes. There's some bad examples of that, right? I think, again, probably a lot of people have, heard of exploiting some artists' voices without compensation. There's a Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Daddy Yankee song. There's a AI-generated Jay-Z song, Frank Sinatra voice over Lil Jon, lyrics. There's several. There's, been a lot of these vocal deepfakes out there, and they're examples of, quite frankly, how this technology, when used incorrectly, can exploit our artists and keep them from being compensated. Either first of all, them giving their permission, second of all, them being appropriately compensated for their voice. Another example of generative AI is users creating songs simply by typing in prompts. So again, maybe you want a sad ballad about a breakup. You type in that, and a song is created with the voice sounding something like one of the major artists in that genre. And then a personal anecdote I've seen in even youth sports. So I've seen baseball players coming up to bat, and one of the parents had recorded their name coming up to bat, and all of a sudden they've used the generative AI, and they have a professional announcer's voice saying it. So again, there are many uses of this, and again, we need to be careful. We need to protect our artists and our clients. Having a good team in place to monitor this. Labels have issued takedowns. There are things to monitor and to watch. But I think the important part is to inform our artists that it's not all bad. There are many good examples and uses of generative AI in the industry. Oftentimes artists may have writer's block or just trouble getting started, and they may be brainstorming or whiteboarding, and generative AI, they can see the AI with initial set of thoughts and get some direction maybe that they want to take their own styles to add to that. Producers can use AI to help correct vocal pitch. Engineers can mix and master recordings much more quickly and effectively. And there's even the example the Beatles recently used it to isolate John Lennon's voice from a 1978 demo to create a new pristinely produced song. So again, there are positives that go along with generative AI. We just need to be careful and monitor it. So again, what are some other dangers? I think there is one other important thing that I left out earlier. One of the risks we also see is, as users type in, again, something, we'll use the example of, a ballad about, a sad ballad about breakups. Well, all of a sudden a song snippet is created. And, what if that song snippet starts cannibalizing the art created by human artists, right? People start listening to the AI instead of the song created by the human artist. So there's that risk to our clients as well. And again, as I mentioned, labels have started issuing takedown requests for these unauthorized vocal deepfakes. So the industry is doing something to monitor this. But this really is one of the hot button large topics that we are seeing in our industry right now. And so I think in summary, it's just important to make sure we know, AI and generative AI are here to stay in some form or fashion. The artist needs to have a solid team in place, label, attorney, manager, business manager, to protect them from being exploited. And, again, artists should also think through how they can use it for them. And, the role of business manager and Armanino in this is obviously when artists are compensated for the usage of their voice or name, image, and likeness, we as a business manager need to be there to make sure we are accounting for the payments for the use, again, of the voice, name, image, and likeness. There's a big role for the business manager in this space as well.